Hi friends, it's Yazzie here. It's been a while. It's story time. So some of you may remember that in March 2024, I had the humbling honor and privilege. It's so surreal. It still feels like it was a dream. But in March of 2024, I was featured on the Drew Barrymore show. And I met Drew Barrymore. I grew up watching her in movies. You remember E.T. Phone Home, and the remake of Charlie's Angels and all that good stuff, right? And also had the pleasure to meet the Marie Osborne. I'm a little bit country, I'm a little bit rock and roll. And then got a beautiful message from Magic Johnson. Now, it all happens very fast, right? And you're prepping for it. You get there, they prep you. You're in the green room, and they call you. You walk down, get in the elevator, walk out on the stage, and wave out all the folks. The interview's quick, and then boom, it's done, right? And so Drew mentioned to me that they plan to feature me in Drew's magazine, right? I didn't know when, none of that. And this was made about 3 weeks ago. I was in the grocery store, and the small still voice said, well, I was like going in the aisles, where you're about to check out with your groceries. And right there, like at the end of the, or the beginning of the aisle, they still have the magazine stands, right? So I happened to be looking through the magazine stands, and there is literally one copy, because this is the Drew Barrymore magazine spring 2024 edition. So by that time, I'm pretty sure they already had like some of their summer editions of the various magazines out. But there was just one Drew magazine like hanging there, like, hey, pick me up. And the small still voice said, pick it up and open it up. You guys, and this is all honor and glory to God. No one can take credit for this, not even myself, okay? And let's see, it's on page, this is incredible, page 16 and 17. You guys, look at this. Magazines, like, some may see it as a thing of the past, but depending on what you're into, fitness, magazines for moms, magazines that, have features about losing weight, celebrities, hairstyles, all this, right? But magazines are still very relevant. And some of you know that in my former life, I was a plus size model. Well, still am, but not currently active. But they have what's called tier sheets, TEAR, tier sheets. So when you're featured in an advertisement, magazine pages and all of that, you can tear, I'm not going to tear these pages out, but you can tear them out, and they're proof that you were featured in whatever the publication. Guys, first of all, it's big to be in a magazine. Then the Drew Barrymore magazine at that. But thirdly, to have a 2-page spread, okay? Look, I'm already big and beautiful, bold and beautiful, but like, so this was me when I was on Drew's couch. And then this is the article. It's beautifully written. It's by Tiffany J. Davis. Shout out to you. This is a beautifully written article. And the title is Lead with Consequence, but like consequence, right? I love that. And it talks about the work of scholarships. So if you're interested, I encourage you to, and you may not be able to find it on magazine stands right now, but you can still purchase Drew Barrymore magazine. Like, I think it's probably a tab on her website. You can also get it from like publication presses and all of that, magazine companies, through Amazon, or just Google it. It's gonna pop up. Again, this is the Drew Barrymore Spring 2024 edition. Drew, you have outdone yourself, girl. And thank you to the Drew crew and BVI Tourism Board. Like, pinch me, really pinch me. But I'm just so eternally grateful. And ultimately, this will just continue. This is just another outlet. And I don't even know the readership. If you know the readership, let me know. But I'm in awe. I'm in awe. I'm eternally grateful. And of course, the work continues, right? It doesn't end. This is just the beginning, but I'm so grateful that you all even thought my story worthy of not only being on your show, your nationally syndicated show, but and being featured as a Drew Gooder, but also in your magazine with a 2-page spread. What? I love you guys. I just want to just be encouraged. Be encouraged. And you know, let's make a commitment to do good. And you know, of course, in today's world of social media, I'm gonna try to wrap this up so the video doesn't go on forever. But in today's world, you know, everything is like video driven, photo driven. You know, I'm guilty of it too. You know, we gotta have, for the women, gotta beat our face down and up and have all of the bells and whistles, and you know, social good work. Sometimes it can be borderline exploitive. But I always, like with our scholars, I always ask their permission, you know, to repost their stories or to share clips of their testimonials or whatever it is. They're compensated for their time in multiple ways. I open up doors, right? So let's, you know, not only, yes, definitely the Black community, but let's make a commitment to do good out of the pureness of our heart, to help others, like, no matter what that looks like, sharing your testimony. And it all doesn't have to be recorded. It all doesn't have to be public, right? Sometimes it's in those moments where you're sitting in a jail or a prison and talking to those who are currently incarcerated. It could be where you're at a support group and it's a small circle of people and you're just sharing some of the things you've gone through. You're seeing, and I thank God for this season. It's a season of harvest. It's a season of blessings and manifestation of many years of seeds and tears. So trust me, I've had many ugly cries. Many ugly cries. I've had many moments where I'm like, why am I doing this? There were times, y'all, and I have not arrived, let's be correct. There were times where I was working multiple jobs and, you know, hustle here. You know, there was a time where I wasn't paid for my work, and that's okay, because that wasn't the intent. It's a labor of love, right? The things that I do for young people like myself who have incarcerated parents, first generation college students, right? It's a labor of love, but yeah, it's kind of hard, you know, and I know, because I've been on the other end. Like, when you've been putting in years and years of hard work, especially on something that you really care about, that's near and dear to your heart, and you don't see the fruits of it yet. But, you know, the word says, and of course a truck is coming by while I'm about to say it. Do not grow weary in doing good, because in due season you will reap a harvest. The harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. So choose to be a laborer and stand for something positive. We're not perfect. None of us are going to be perfect, and that's not the point. You know, that I don't think that's really the point. But I mean, like, I'm gonna continue to work. I don't know what comes next after this, but trust and believe, I'm still I'm still grinding. I'm still praying for the next breakthrough. But I just want to encourage you to be consistent, whatever that looks like for you, and try not to compare your journey to other people's journey, because all of our journeys are different. There are a lot of detours, a lot of mistakes, but learn from those mistakes. As they say, no L's, just lessons. No L's, just lessons. And I've taken a lot of silent L's, lessons. And there will be more. There will be more. So I just wanted to share that with you, but also not just share, the big breakthrough and the glory, but just, so anyway, of course the alarm went off and stopped the video, but I love you guys. Be encouraged. Let's keep going. Okay, till next time. Peace.